What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher. And last time, we managed to stop some Scoia'tael from robbing a bank. And in order to do that, we had to fill our blood with about 5 pounds of sludge so that the fletters and vampires on our way into the bank didn't absolutely drain us on the way over. And when we made it out, well, we fortunately had the help of a very, very well-timed Siegfried appearance. He bailed us out, really. We were in trouble if it were not for him. But, upon completing that, we learned that we are very, very close to reaching what is more or less a point of no return. Now, how serious is said point of no return? It appears as though we are very close to not being able to, at least for a little while, being able to traverse the Zima, Trade Quarter, Temple Corridor, anything really, potentially. For how long? Is it permanent? Is it just for a long period of time? I don't know. But Triss basically gave us the not-so-subtle indication that, hey, finish up whatever you need to do, because it's going to be a while until you're back here. If you're going to get back here at all. So for that reason, this episode, we potentially have a lot of stuff to do. We are more or less looking to wrap up any and everything that seems important enough that we must complete it before we make our way out of the city. So some things that have maybe been hanging out in our quest log for a long time that we have not managed to... Oh, okay. For a second I thought we completed this one, and I was like, we haven't killed wyverns, what? But, yeah, so there might be some things that have been hanging out in our quest log for a while that we ought to finally sort out. So those are the things that we're going to try to sort out this time. Who's this? Oh, the person buying salamander coins off of us. I mean, that's not a huge deal. That should be fine. We've already done that plenty of times. But things like, the stuff that comes to mind would be resolving the conflict? That may not be the right word to describe it, but the situation in which Vincent and Carmen find themselves. That would certainly be one. I don't remember if we have anything with Shawnee that we need to do. The other thing would be buying or selling various things, particularly buying things in case there happen to be certain items that only certain vendors offer. Please draw your sword. Thank you. Because it might be that, oh, hey, if you want to get enough meteorites to ever make a red meteorite sword, then turns out you actually need to make sure that you buy those quickly enough from whatever vendor so that you can actually successfully acquire all the necessary pieces before those things are no longer available to you. That type of thing. So, like, we got the chest plate, which was something we were saving up for a while. What I want to do is, I think we do want to head back to the quarter. I think, although we have some things we need to talk to Velorad about, I thought we looked at that last time. It turned out he wasn't there at night, so it wasn't really something that we could do immediately. Whereas Carmen, I think we've been able to see her at night. May not be... No, that's also not where I really wanted to go. She may not be outside, but I think we can still find her inside her place of work. So that comes to mind. I mean, similarly with all the people who sell us things, potentially, we would be unlikely to find many, if any of them, willing or able to sell us their goods when it's still nighttime. So, I mean, of course, that's not an insurmountable barrier. Pretty easy to just sleep a few hours for 5 orens or find a spot at a fireplace. Another thing that is not, well, I guess it's sort of tied to one of those quests we were just talking about would be, do we want to head back to that area where we ran into Vincent as a werewolf? We have reason to check back on him in that location. And for the quest purposes, we are technically, I believe, supposed to speak to Carmen. But maybe that we don't need to talk to him, but we've only been there once. Was at night. I don't know if that makes a difference. If we have any reason we want to talk to Siegfried, all these people who I honestly don't know. It may be that we will have the chance to talk to them later and it will be no big deal, but in case it's the last time we ever see them, it would be nice to confirm that we've done everything that we would want to do. Ooh. We have a whole bunch of contracts that are incomplete at the moment. Some of which, oh, I read this. Conjunction of the Spheres. Cataclysm, commonly known as the Conjunction of the Spheres, happened 1.5 million millennia ago. Cosmic collision of several parallel universes. This disaster left numerous creatures not native to our reality trapped here. For example, combined ghouls and graviers. Ghouls and graviers lack their own ecological niches, are simply relics of the conjunction. Okay, not have seen that one coming, that it turns out that there weren't always these nasty monsters around here. The elves claim that humans also arrived in this world during the conjunction. This occurred soon after they managed to destroy their own world. The elves also claim that it was during the conjunction that humans learned to use magic. Of course, these are all vile lies and foul fabrications circulated by non-humans who will resort to the most malicious slander to justify their claims. Of course. So, I mean, there are several things here that I'd like to stash. Not that these things that we're looking at in that container are crazy valuable, but they're somewhat valuable. It's possible I'd like to take them. Could potentially drop some of that food. If you are hearing / seeing that heartbeat, red stuff on the screen, yes, that is because we are still very intoxicated from consuming every single potion in the game in the previous episode. I don't think there's anything up here, but I'll double check. Oh, it is strong alcohol. Be nice to have. Do we have any weak alcohols or things of that nature? Can we stack it? Ooh, we can stack 2 there. Buys us a spot. Okay. Alright, let's talk to Carmen, see if we can sort out what happened with this werewolf business, because, well... Oh, I really thought you were Carmen for a second there. Vincent said that he did not want to stop being a werewolf, which was, we heard, supposed to be an important factor, is they have to still be part human in order to change back to a human.
Yes?
Did the shirt cure Vincent?
It was terrifying. The moon appeared, Vincent transformed, shredded the shirt, and ran off.
Calm down, Carmen. Maybe another method will be more effective.
Yes?
Not sure why this is relevant,
What's
but
your
okay.
real name?
Hela, but that's too common.
Okay.
Farewell.
I don't know what that had to do with anything. All the known remedies. Does anyone care to describe what all the known remedies are? That would possibly be helpful. Didn't the druid in the swamp tell us there were other ways? No, but he was the one that gave us the
farewell.
The shirt, or at least the strategy to use the shirt, made of some type of petals that we'd found, so my guess is we'll have to go back to him. And I mean, that is probably something we're going to end up doing anyway, going back out into the swamp to probably, yeah, see the druid camp, see, I don't know if Vasca and the other swamp people have anything that we would need to get from them. So let's stash some. This takes up one spot. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that would be kind of weird if that were actually the case. Could, like, oh. Trying to deliberately stash things in a way that would be more space efficient, but it seems like the game is intent to do that for me. Oh, and we are supposed to consume this, although we might die if we consume it right now. So I think we hold off there. Stash some of the food. Crafting bases, which we're starting to accumulate a lot of. Well, it might be time to seek that stuff out a little more actively. By seek that stuff out, I mean actually use it. And we have lots of flint still. Okay. Also crafting base. Also crafting base. That's also crafting base. Also food. Okay. I mean, the books, again, we are holding on to them for the purpose of selling them, so I would like to actually sell them quite soon. I mean, we're running out of space here, but a lot of this stuff holding on to just for its resale value. So I think that is probably a good indication that we ought to sleep for a little while. Sell some of those things right now, or, you know, in the 2 minutes it takes for us to sleep. 5 hours? 4 hours, I'm sorry. And so those things that we just stashed, yeah, we'll take them out now. Hello? Here to...
I need to rest.
Excuse me?
Damn it.
Alright. Yes, I know, I just did this mere moments ago. So you will have to excuse me. Oh, did we? We also lost a lot of toxicity from resting for that much time. So hopefully that means we can actually, there we go. We can actually consume this. So I'm going to take out all the jewelry things that we have. Except maybe there was one thing that, I mean, Triss basically wanted us to propose to her. I mean, I honestly don't know how significant that is. Does anything actually happen if we do that? Or is she just like, yeah, I'm happy. We're done here. Nothing else significant happens. Is there some plot significance to, like, oh, hey. You are officially... you and Triss are officially paired up. Other things that we are holding onto just for resale, I mean, the books, like I was saying before, not as valuable as the jewelry things, I don't think. Generally speaking. I mean, we have some, like, shawls and other shawls, and gloves. They're all gift materials. Those. Which have some resale value. I'm just, I mean, I don't think we're gonna use that many of them, so, like, let's take the, you're really gonna make me do this for all of them? There we go. Let's get rid of the ones that we have multiple of, on the assumption that we'll be able to sell those for a little bit more. Anyone else in here we have to talk to? You are a gambler, dude. Fighter dudes are done. Really? It's like you're deliberately trying to block me. But yeah, so we will now sell everything that we own. And with that money, we will see if we can buy everything of note in here. And yeah, there are vendors in the swamp area too, but I don't think they do very much. The other thing is, oh, you are kind of like to see if there's anything of note we might want to purchase from you. think we've already done that. We already have this. We're using it. I mean, other pretty simple crafting bases, but nothing like meteorites or runes or anything like that, which seem like those are the most valuable materials to have. We have already... I think we got a rune from him as well. Hulkstein theoretically might have one of those things. I know the blacksmiths exist over there, and if they didn't hate us, then they might sell us something. Talk to Hulkstein. And then we'll sell all of our other various trinkets to the people in the actual commercial area. We'll take the fish. Apparently we have space for it. Hoping Hulkstein is here? I mean, he may be in the swamp area. He is in the swamp area. Might still be the most efficient way out there. So we might be back here soon, come to think of it. Is that better than, well, probably is better than taking the ferry in. We saved 5 orns, yes. But it takes us to what is, hello, more or less the center of the swamp area, whereas we take the ferry, we end up right on the edge. I think the walk is shorter.
What can I do for
the druid camp, if that's our primary target. You are the primary person I want to sell things to. Again, do we want to hold on to some kind of ring? If so, what? Oh. On to this one? I guess we'll propose to Triss. You make me? Don't make me think twice about it. I will change my mind. Hold on to that. Sell these. Yeah, I mean, they're worth a fair amount, surprisingly. These, at least at volume, are worth something. Look at that. I mean, we, I think, doubled our coin total. We're very close to it. I don't really have anything that I wanted to buy from you. I think you just buy and sell food. Yes. Sell the fish stuff that we just picked up, but really think that that is worth the time or effort? The antiquary dude, who I don't currently see. The guy who usually buys and sells books. Didn't we? Yeah, we did pick up a bunch of books, so I was hoping to resell those. Not sure where that guy went. Is he, like, on his way to work and hasn't quite made it just yet?
They think of nothing but
I don't know about that.
there are more massacres in the non-human quarter.
As Ralpanek says, the only
don't
good
think I've
elves
seen him.
are dead elves.
All non-humans are the same.
The elves are worse.
Okay.
I've despised those bastards since my
So, the other thing is that, I mean, we'll probably also check out things in the trade quarter. Could actually take a shortcut, go through the sewer there. Is that really a shortcut? I don't know. Well, let's talk to Siegfried before I forget, on the assumption that we do potentially still want to talk to him before we head out. Again, I'm not totally sure who or what we exactly want to check off our list. Because, I mean, the straightforward stuff is, of course, the things that are showing up very explicitly on our journal, our quest log.
Geralt?
How's your leg?
Fine. A mere scratch.
Everything all right?
I'm to receive a medal for saving the property of some townspeople.
I see.
You'd be eligible, but medals are only awarded to knights. Unless...
No, I won't join with that vow of celibacy.
I understand. Hey, the Grand Master himself is going to present the medal to me. Yes?
Trying to make me want to join you even now after I've told you a bazillion times that I don't want to join the order?
Did you get your medal?
They haven't set a date for the ceremony. I'm overwhelmed I'm to speak to the Grand Master afterwards. He's a true visionary, Geralt.
A visionary?
Jack de Aldersberg, Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose, is a man destined for great things.
Time will tell.
Yes?
Okay.
Goodbye.
Stand ready at all times.
General update from Siegfried. Nice to know, but maybe not totally necessary. I don't think we have anything we need to resolve with the Gravedigger. We'll double check. There was this quest that we were supposed to sort out with, not him, but someone else here.
Farewell.
About, you know, taking care of some spirit or something in here. I think we're doing okay there. I mean, that would be another way back into the trade quarter, but I think for now, I would like to go to the swamp area next. Talk to the druids. See if we can figure out what we are supposed to do for Carmen and Vincent. Because that seems like at least the most significant of all the side quests that we have right now. I mean, take, for example, the other things on the other end of the spectrum would be, like, Witcher contracts for killing X number of this type of enemy, which, sure, it'd be nice if we could get those contracts complete, because they are taking up space in our inventory. Again, I don't know if we actually need to keep them in our inventory, or if we can just stockpile them in our stash at the inn, come back later when we have them complete, and
A little fornication?
that's all we need. Maybe that's true. But, you know, a little bit of coins, if we do finish them, great. If not, we'll live. On that front, actually, one thing that I have realized, that I apologize if you've been yelling at me for not realizing this before, is we've had that thing for a while, and by that thing, I mean this thing, for like forever, and it was really unfortunate, because we got it just before we got captured at the end of part, what was that, 1? Beginning of part 2? And we have not been able to actually turn this into the Royal Huntsman. Not sure if we actually can go back to the outskirts of Vizima now. I think those doors are still locked to us. We haven't been back there yet. Maybe one of the caverns and crypts and caves lets us go back there. I don't really know. But, it seems like this is basically just a dead inventory spot, and if we were to drop it, then we might actually be able to skin other things and potentially actually turn those in for monies.
Take me to the times.
And we may have missed many rounds of having been able to do that because of having that inventory spot
How many
taken.
times are you going to ask?
So I apologize if that is the case and we haven't really done anything about it. My hope would be that through random enemy grinding and fighting a fair amount of people in the bars, that we've more or less made up for that currency, that coinage. Is it exactly the same? No, of course not. Is it still a missed opportunity? Yeah. But it's just my way of saying that, yeah, I mean, we can still kind of justify not going way out of our way to make sure it happens.
What?
I kind of wanted to see if you had anything significant enough that we really wanted to get it from you. Don't think that's the case. Oh god. Please stop hopping around like a demonic bunny rabbit. And I guess we don't need to talk to you about anything else either. The other thing would be, I mean, this is not terribly significant, but kind of similar actually to the Witcher contracts, is we've seen some pretty crazy monsters in this area. Namely the Hikamor warriors, I think. And, do we want to try fighting them? Similar story with the, not normal wyverns, but super powerful wyvern dudes. Do we want to try fighting them? The power plants, do we want to try fighting them? All these things that we were kinda trying to avoid in the past, and maybe this is our last opportunity to give it a shot. In which case, give it a go.
Wonderful.
Still haven't figured out what that Voidenoid altar does. Voidenoid, I think we've determined, is the name of fish people. So, you know, one would assume it has something to do with that. Is there any quest item here by any chance? There isn't. Like, put food in there or something? This says storage. Is it actually legitimately storage? in just that. I have my doubts. So, take a quick look at our map here. That is the cave that we recently learned has cockatrices in it. Been repopulated like that. Outside of that, though, this is our primary target. Wanna try going back to the hotel camp? Maybe? We wanna see if what else might be. Just went by the clay pits. Have seen what became of places where there used to be people over here. We think we may have talked to Gramps somewhat recently, actually, as well. I'm not sure there's that much for us to do here, other than fight really scary, big, powerful things. And, pretty sure we've already looted this guy. Yeah. No, we don't have space for light club. I would have liked to have stashed the dagger we had there. Actually come to fight me? Yes, theoretically. Why do I feel like we're running slower than usual? You are actually still chasing me. Alright, if you guys insist. Okay. Oh, you're not dead. Hello. Wow. You were, like, really not dead. Surprisingly. Thought there was one of those big, scary Kikamor guys here. Very close by. The other thing I just remembered was let's consume this potion. It allows us to use the Moonrise Intelligence upgrade, whatever that is. I'm assuming this is going to increase... We just outright gained it? Hold on. Thought it gave us the ability to get it. Oh, we had that. Thought they needed... Oh? Are these all things that we only recently got? That looks like an eye that Vincent has. We definitely had that available to us before. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly did that unlock? Slash potentially allocate? Maybe I'll have to go back and check. I think one of the, power plants is here somewhere. Multiple of them at that. I really should have saved first, and this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to fight you, specifically. But if you insist, I'll try fighting you. Suppose? No, maybe heavy stance, actually. Definitely heavy. Look at how much less damage we are taking right now, compared to what we've taken in the past. We would have been long dead at this point. I think this is a good indication. Granted, yes, this is fighting two simultaneously. One weaker version, but one powerful one too. We didn't take a lot of damage there. I think that is one of the Witcher contract materials that we are technically supposed to get. Skinnable items? Like, there you go. Skinnable items. I think I was commenting about that before, and I was wondering what exactly does that mean? I think that is the equivalent of this. We drop this? There is something else we can still take here, or in the future will there be something else we can take? I really don't think this is doing much for us right now. Maybe if we do turn it in, we'll get 100 coins. At most. Really the best I could see happening. Now I'm actually kind of seeking out those power plants. I never thought I would hear myself say. Okay, so there's the Kikamor warrior. That's the crazy big spidery dude. Yeah, it is absolutely terrifying. So I'm gonna give it a shot. But I'm gonna do this first. Because knowing what has happened to us in the past when we've tried to get a little ambitious. Yep, probably means... Why are you hurt? Probably means this is going to be a very difficult fight, although maybe not. And you've yet to really hit us, but we're dealing a fair amount of damage. I mean, would have been nice to maybe make sure that we had the book already read, the thing that allows us to collect whatever items you would give us. But that is at least a confidence booster. So we now know... It wasn't actually all that tough. I think the power plant was more difficult than him. And we beat the power plant relatively comfortably just then. Okay, so this was Lumberjack territory. Know that they have been driven out. Don't remember why. Don't ask me. I don't remember. No power plants? Question mark. I don't really remember going in this direction. What does this lead us to if we go here? This is technically road. Leads us to the Golem camp. If we ever chose this route, though. I don't know if there's anything of note here. Other than many, many bloodsuckers. Yeah, you know, I'm not really interested in fighting you right now. You're kind of boring compared to all the other things that we might be able to encounter. And take out, hopefully. So I think we continue on to the Druid camp. If we do run into any significant enemies along the way, great. When we're done, then we'll check out if we can try our hand against the dragons. Because that's probably going to be tough. Pretty confident about that one. It's also not a route I remember taking. I think we're just used to hugging that edge there. This feels unknown to me. Maybe it's also a little bit the cloudy, rain, all that stuff. Like, this is the Order camp, isn't it? We've been here many times before. It's just that, well, not from that angle. It's not that exact angle. And, not in these conditions. Alright, I do want to make sure we avoid looking at friend. You want to speak to the Hierophant, though. And I'm not certain where you are. There you are. Okay. Please speak to me. There we go.
Yes?
I would like to pay for you to create more rain, please. This is not the answer that I was looking for.
Bandits have appeared in the swamp.
Or more so, the questions.
Every last one. We are very...
I was really hoping for you to give us an answer about what's the deal with the werewolf. We may need to talk to Vincent himself. In which case, that would be reason to go back. While we're here. Do that. Might be reason enough to go back to the trade quarter, talk to Vincent himself. Yes, I know, there are wolves. Technically speaking, I should pull the sword out. Are they still following me? Maybe, because they're wolves. They're probably kind of fast. They may even be faster than me. There they are. I don't know why I was surprised. I shouldn't have been surprised. I just wanted to pick some flowers. That's so much. That's not flowers. That's so much to ask. Skinnable item available. What does it mean? Left click to separate stack. Double click? No. Or so maybe we did truly leave that, that whatever head we had previously dangling on our right knee. Just lying on the ground there and for little reason. But, as I was saying, I don't think it was exactly doing us much. That's the sound of a dragon. And this is what I meant when I said we are absolutely testing our luck. So you'll excuse me again. Maybe our fair share of saves coming here. Do we have any potions that are still active? Blessing of Magic that we just picked up. Yurden, which one is that? Oh, Spiky Ground? Something tells me that's not going to be so helpful when we have, like, Moa and Wyverns and all that stuff to fight. Also, where are you? I was gonna say, I couldn't even figure out what was trying to attack us. Now there's other stuff. Bloodsucker is trying to sneak up on us as well. Okay, dudes, mans. Please stop doing that. Please, let me actually hit you. Pretty sure one of those drowners is not dead right now. You're about to explode. Like half of our HP worth of damage? That is sad. Anyone else where those guys came from? I mean, they're the wyverns that are pretty mobile. It is ultimately where we're going to be headed. Just, kind of hoping we would be going there with... well, okay. Not a wyvern. Just important distinction. But I was kind of thinking we would go to fight the wyverns when we had full HP. Very, very close to it. Not half HP. If it was going to be close before, if we had any chance at all, then it's going to be basically impossible when we have this low HP. We're technically already on the Wyvern Island. We might be. We've never gotten this far from this angle. This is still a bad idea. Hello? I mean, objectively a bad idea, yes, but bad idea before we get the chance to regenerate any more HP. Makes it even more of a bad idea. So I see that there are Royal Wyverns, which I'm assuming are pretty powerful. We couldn't even take down a normal Wyvern, let alone a Royal one. But then there's one named Moa, and its name is still red, which would suggest that it is still hostile, which would suggest that we would just die even more quickly if we were to go to fight this person. By this person, I mean... dragon? Just me, or are they sleeping? They're sleeping, and then they have the sentries that they bring around in circles like this. If that is the case. That occasionally run. I mean, those things are big, too. So, yeah, if we have any food, maybe be a good time to quickly try to get ourselves to not be at half HP, 2/3 HP. That guy, I would think, would be able to see us right now. Quite the sentry you are. Also, really thought when you started running that you were going to chase after us. Apparently that is truly random. I mean, if we were at full HP, I would take this guy on right now. I do also wonder if we can sneak up and, like, one-shot the sleeping dudes, because that is a thing. When we knock enemies down, we do have the ability to one-shot them on occasion. Original food effect has not worn off just yet. Ooh. There we go. Okay, let's think for a second. It's probably something we should have done earlier. But, I mean, we can increase our vitality regeneration. Okay, you could, like, go back this way. That'd be helpful. Or even just, like, do it the long way. So, Not sure if this is gonna do the trick for us, but sure. Let's give it a try, and then we'll do that and see if we can, like, attack you when you're knocked down, except we can't, because reasons. It's actually not terrible damage that we're dealing. Don't know if we're technically supposed to be doing quick attack or strong attack. We are hitting, which is something. Ow. Also ow. Which is sometimes more than you can say about using strong stance against more evasive enemies, so I think we settled for this. This is actually not going horrendously, knock on wood. Fortunately, the whole sentry system did work out pretty well for us. Well, for us in the sense that I believe we are only being attacked by one of these wyverns right now. Which, obviously, if we were fighting like 6 of them simultaneously, we would stand absolutely no chance. Like, how we somehow have basically full HP right now, I mean, some of that is coming from the Swallow Potion, yes, but this is still far more success than I was expecting us to have, so, does require a little bit of patience, yes. But we are slowly whittling down its HP. I mean, it's quicker than the golem fight. That much is for certain. What does it actually drop? I mean, I really hope that we have, again, the item that, or the book knowledge that allows us to take whatever it is that this guy has. Because otherwise I'm going to feel really silly right now. Wyvern meat, wyvern egg, toxin, venom glands. Sounds, I think, like that was useful. And I think we can fight another one of you. I think one of the other ones that was asleep has now gotten up. There still appear to be 2 patrolling. Of course, have not seen Moa yet. I think we do this. Or ideally, we try to continue to get the outlier. Can you really not see us right now? Just like turn. There we go. Want to make sure you're far enough away that... Ow, that did still hit us. Far enough away that we're not going to attract the attention of the other dragony dudes, because we are closer than I would like us to be at the moment. And, I mean, granted, we're not helping our case when we do our force pushes. But, I mean, it's effective. I also didn't see how much experience we got from fighting this guy, but at least the first one that we defeated. But I have to assume that it was a lot. Makes me wonder, what went wrong when we fought the normal wyverns the original time? I mean, we are certainly stronger than we were back then, but I'm also assuming the royal wyverns are much stronger than the normal wyverns too. Okay, if this other one comes and sees us, then we are in trouble. So I'm deliberately, Yeah, it saw us. This is about to become far more difficult. We did just sort of one-shot a wyvern. I mean, one-shot in the sense that we were fighting one, and already dealt half the damage to it. But it was that special mechanic that does way more damage than usual. So, did we actually one-hit KO it? No, you're right. It took far more than that. You could probably count how many hits it took, but I just didn't even think that that was going to be possible to do that special kind of attack against an enemy with this much HP. That was an encouraging sign, too. This Swallow Potion is truly the MVP, I think. That's the real answer. So there's no way we could take down this many wyverns in this quick succession without the aid of such a potion. I mean, how difficult is Moa going to be? One that I'm assuming is technically their leader and probably more powerful than the others. That's going to be hard to say. That might be a different story altogether. But, I mean, we're taking down these guys with pretty large margin for error. I mean, our HP is basically full. As long as the Swallow Potion is still active, and I don't know how long it lasts. But as soon as it expires, then things will get very different, I would think. Check probably 42 minutes is not that long. Ooh. We're currently out of space. There's gotta be something that we have a lot of somewhere. Cadaverine, I'm pretty sure is the thing that we get from all the drowned deads. I think we can drop that. Drowner brain tissue, I know, is something that we get from all of them. I think we already have some stashed in our stash. And there we go. There's the Wyvern contract. But I mean, so close to actually clearing out this whole island, so you know we're gonna do it. We got rid of all their sentries. It's just those two. I take it back. This is a normal Wyvern. That may have been Moa that just woke up. No, two normal Wyverns that I didn't even see before. So this will be the answer to our question of, comparatively speaking, how difficult are these guys? Granted, we have two of them at the moment. One of them is currently attacking us from behind, which is causing us a lot of issues, actually. Very much like that you were frozen for a second there, but then we kinda botched this opportunity. We are getting brief moments of one-on-one time. Can't tell if that other Wyvern is actually standing around doing nothing, or if it's just being silly and actually dealing damage, even though the animation isn't. So now we're starting to get into trouble. Do we still have the Swallow Potion active? We do, technically speaking. There's the special take you out in one hit. Sort of, kind of, but not really mechanic. And there it is again. And good timing too, because we were running low on the HPs. So it was hard to tell exactly how much of a difference that made between fighting the... Oh, Moa is up. Fighting the normal Wyverns and the Royal Wyverns. Because we did take a lot more damage that time around, but it was due in large part, I think, to us fighting two at once. What did we have? 53. So I was wondering, could we potentially pop another of the Swallow Potions once this one wears off? Because it is pretty close to wearing off. And the answer to that is no. We would reach 100 toxicity, I think. Actually, not sure if we were all the way down at 0 before we downed the first swallow. Oh, I'll go back to sleep. He/she may have. I'd rather fight a Royal Wyvern instead, first. We could get everyone except for Moa taken care of. I think that would be preferable. Again, on the assumption that Moa is the most difficult. And that, yes, we would be most inclined to want to make sure that we are not getting double teamed when fighting her/him/whatever. However, pretty darn sure that the Swallow Potion will have worn off at that point. This is a little closer than I would like us to be. But really was hoping we were gonna be able to do that quickly enough to get the finishing blow attack in. But again, closer than I want to be at the moment. Definitely cannot do the knockback attack, despite the fact that you did jump into the air multiple times there, which would have been the opportunity to do it. I am curious if we can use the heavy attack, but I feel like now is not the time to be experimenting with such things. Probably should have experimented on the normal Wyverns. I'm kind of basing this off of when we fought the cockatrice, which I think is a pretty similar enemy in that it is also technically a type of dragon or sub-dragon, and we failed miserably when we tried to fight it using the heavy stance originally when we were way back in the sewers with Siegfried. And it, oops, missed that one. Wasn't until we started using quick stance that we actually were successful. I'm assuming the same rules apply here. Ooh, this guy is actually dealing a good amount of damage to us now. Pretty sure the swallow has in fact worn off. We're close to finishing it off. There we go. Boa is now definitely the only one left. We also definitely do not have the swallow potion active anymore. Toxicity is definitely 53. Still, it hasn't gone down. So I am not certain as to whether we can pop that potion and still live, or if we will kill ourselves. So, you know what? We've been doing a lot of this, but I think it's justified. Given the unusual risks that we are taking at the moment. So, like, is this going to kill us with toxicity? Sort of. As you can see there, we took a lot of damage from having had that potion. But it will, theoretically at least, allow the regeneration to kick in much more quickly. I feel like we should maybe not consume the wyvern meat ourselves, just in case. I need to give this a few minutes. Make sure that we do have enough time to actually regenerate our HP after all that. Then we'll loot the remaining dragon here, and then we'll fight Moa. If Moa is laying down as he/she/it may be at the moment, then that might be the opportunity to get a quick, powerful hit in on it. Or it gets the chance to fight back. Not that we will be able to actually kill it with a hit like that. I think we've established that that is not possible. It's asleep. A little while longer. We can consume another food of some variety at this point. Should get us very close to full HP. Alright, let's go for it. Okay, hello! The other problem with a lack of, or a large amount of toxicity, actually, is that it seems as though you cannot always do combos when you do that. Which, of course, is an issue if, say, you're fighting a very powerful enemy for whom you would like to use combos, but somehow we are seemingly doing more damage against this enemy than we were against the others. Royal Wyverns. How or why? Oh, and there it is. There's the big attack. The Wyverns are gone. We took them out. Oh, okay, well, that's absolutely something that we will turn in other, or better than the thing that we were holding on to for forever before.
Must have died ages ago.
Also, this guy been hanging around here for a very, very long time. Anything of note? What is this? Whoa! Plus 30% damage. Most of the swords we've seen have minus damage. That's pretty awesome. Disarm, pain, and precise hit. Plus 20%. Used for humans, it's basically a steel sword. That sounds amazing. That sounds valuable. The coinage, and what is this? Bloodstained letter. Unfortunately, only fragments of the message can be deciphered. Is technically a quest item. What does it say? Take action. The situation demands. The name of our organization. Secret salutation of Varden. Okay. Don't entirely know what to make of that. We know there's a place of power here. We also see there are several more warriors here. We could, I mean, sure. Form a ritual magic. Which one does this give us? Just general sign intensity increased? I mean, that's sure. Definitely helpful. Guys were not that bad. I mean, I say that after having just fought a bunch of, dragons. I'm sure I'm gonna be wrong this time. Gonna pay for it. Oh, I tried to use sign. Apparently, we did not have enough endurance to do that. Oh, I cut off the combo mistakenly. And now we are stunned. And turn what would have been a relatively straightforward fight into one that is much more difficult. Again, theoretically, we probably ought to read the book. Allows us to do more significant stuff with these guys when we defeat them. This is technically not as efficient as it ought to be. Oh, okay. I did hear the power plant. I do want to fight the power plant. I just don't want to fight the power plant simultaneously with this guy. One goal at a time. But yeah, I mean, this is basically turning into our actual Monster Slayer episode in which, for some reason I thought we actually picked you out a hit before we did. Yeah, so like you're just giving the same stuff the tiny little Kikamore workers give, which is not very significant. Okay. Plant is going to be somewhere over here as well, very close by. I just like to, if possible, get rid of all the other little guys in the area to make it so that we are only fighting the plant. Just the plant. Theoretically. Possible. Is this the same kind of plant that we were fighting before? I really hope so. I kind of just lumped all the power plants together. And this one is looking like it is hurting more than the others. Add. You might be able to tell based on the description of whatever crafting material we got. Echinops, that's the simple one. The easy one to fight. Anything else that we only have one that clearly came from Archspore? Yeah, I think it was Archspore, not whatever power plant name that starts with a C here is harder still. I was not really distinguishing. I was only distinguishing between Echinops and all the other ones. All the other ones seemed like they were too tough for us to take out. Excuse me, you ran away? I'm a little confused why you ran away. Oh, you are continuing to run away? I'm continuing to be confused. You are continuing to run away again, I think. I mean, if we regenerate enough HP, we might still be able to take this guy out. Maybe if this Kikamore worker will actually want to fight us? No? Can't really tell how much damage we're actually doing, even with those signs. Please attack it. Geralt, this is the problem here. That is supposed to be an opportunity for us to get some free hits in, some powerful hits at that. And yet, here you are, doing a whole lot of nothing. We did kill it. I think that one was definitely more powerful. Yeah. That's a trophy, even. Okay, so that should be an indication that that is the level of foe we were talking about there. One that is worthy of being a trophy. Fighting a trophy, however you want to phrase it. Thing is, you also have a dragon head. And Dragon Head also sounds really noteworthy. I don't know if will still be available when we come back here. So, didn't really want to fight you right now, but I guess we don't really have an option. So, if you make me, I will fight you. And we're still regenerating HP relatively quickly, but I do think there are also other of those power plants here. Again, I wasn't distinguishing between the different kinds before, so I couldn't. That's gonna explode on us and hit us. I don't really know if it was also one of the super powerful ones, or if it wasn't. It was the in-between one. That'd be possible. Okay, we can buy that too. Well done, me. But I think this is a good place for us to wrap up this video because, well, we don't need that. We got a whole lot of monster slaying done this time round. And that was mostly, well, I mean, partially, okay, maybe not mostly, but partially what we set out to do here. Fight some of the things that we had yet to successfully fight. We got some dragons, we got some of those Hikamor warriors, we got some of the super power plants just now. We'll continue to see if we can resolve some of the quests and purchase some of the things that we may still want to purchase, but I think we are getting close to being able to say we're ready to move on and see what comes next. So with that, hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.